Hello there, welcome. Hi. Yes, you're the 2 o'clock, right? No, you're right on time. Yes. I think we spoke on the phone, didn't we? Yeah, my name's Jen. Lovely to meet you. Yeah, so did you get everything fitted with your dress or not yet? Okay. Yeah, so I have some notes that say you need remeasuring and then you want to look at some trims. We do have one bouquet for you to look at as well, and some colour schemes for like tablecloths and different upholsteries and things for the actual wedding day. Okay. I did bring out a couple of things for veils as well, just because we have a couple more options for the actual fabric of the veil, a couple more than when you came in to have a look last time. Yeah. Perfect. Well, how about we start with some measuring, if that's okay? Yes, so I'm just going to remeasure everything basically. Yeah, we just need to make sure that the measurements that we have on file are still all correct. Okay, so I am going to start with across your shoulders, okay? Yes, Gina over there is going to be keeping notes, okay? Okay. So let's do your shoulders. Okay. 25. Okay. And now I'm going to do your chin to your sternum, just in case you wanted a halter neck dress or something with a high neck. So that is 12.6. Then the tops of each arm, sometimes they can be different, so I like to do both. Let's start with your left arm. That is 33.7. This one, right arm, 33.9. You're right-handed. We tend to build a little more muscle, so yeah. Okay, now I'm going to do from your collarbone down to your waist. That is 38 exactly. Okay. Then I'm going to go around your waist. Just around like this. That is 64. Yeah. Okay. And then around your hips. Just stand up straight for me. That's it. You don't need to be sucking anything in. No, and we do want to leave a little room for being able to get something to eat and things. So, yeah. Hips. 71.5. I'm going to do wrists now, just in case you wanted something on the wrists or long sleeves. So we'll do your left wrist first. It is 23.2. And your right wrist. No, it doesn't matter if it's turned on. It's the same. Yeah. Now I'm going to do your outer leg and inner leg, okay? Just stand up straight for me. Thank you. So, outer leg is 18.25. then the inner leg. And that's the same, yeah. Then I'm just going to do your ankles, okay? That is 24 for the left. Let me do this right one. 24.2. Okay, excuse my creaky knees. Okay, I'm going to go around your neck now. Yes, so just a bit higher this time. Okay. So it's 27.1. Right. Then I'm going to go around your head. Some of our veils fit like hairbands, or we do have kind of little jewels and things you can choose if you wanted something like a headband. Yes. Okay, so just around your head. That is 31.7. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a couple of measurements near your face. I'll try not to mess up your makeup or anything, okay? So I'm going to do from your hairline to your chin. That is 16. Okay. And then ear to ear. 14.6. Okay. Do you know if you'll be wearing glasses on your wedding day, or? It's totally up to the bride. What we usually say is we recommend contacts just because our taste changes over the years. So right now you might think thick framed glasses are what you love, but who says 10 years from now you won't look back and think, oh, I wish I hadn't. So we always recommend contacts, but it's totally up to you. If you feel more comfortable in your glasses, that's fine. Totally up to you. Okay. So I'm going to show you various trims and things now that you can choose. You can choose these for ribbons on your dress. You wanted to go with like a corset type dress, is that right? So you could use any of these for the ribbon on that. You can use them as cuffs, adding to your hair pieces so they can be used to decorate your hair. They can fringe your veil or the trim of your dress. They do all sorts, so I just want to show you kind of a range of what we have, okay? Okay. Now, the first thing you need to decide is if you wanted to go with the pure white or more of the ivory kind of off-white. So this one is the off-white. You can see it's kind of a cream colour. Let me show you. So it's like creamy colour. Or the actual pure white. This is the one that most brides go with, yes. You want to go with the pure white. I think that's a good idea, yeah. Now this one is just a simple silk ribbon. So it has a little bit of a sheen to it, nothing too crazy. I would say it's a little heavy for a veil, for like the trim on a veil, but this kind of thing would be perfect to lace up your corset. So you can get it in different thicknesses. Let me actually measure what thickness this one is, let's see. So this one is our 2-inch. So we do it in a 1-inch as well, and a 1/2-inch, which is even thinner. For corseting for the back of your dress, I would recommend a 1-inch. So it will be this kind of thickness. Okay, can you note that down for me? Right, now I've gone for a few different types of trims that I wanted to show you. Different ones work best for different parts of your dress or on the veil. Some can even be used around your bouquet as a nice bow, a little accent. Okay, so we'll start off with this really pretty lace trim. Now this one is a flower pattern, and it's got the scalloped edge and the straight edge. This one is very lightweight, so it would be perfect for the trim of a veil, perhaps cuffs like this if you wanted to go with long sleeves. Yeah, so these are all going to be in the pure white because that's what you wanted to go with, right? So yeah, that's that one. It does ruche a little, so it keeps this kind of lovely frilly shape. You don't have to decide today. I'm going to give you lots of options, and you can take back each of these samples with you so you can keep looking at them. Then we have some thicker lace. So this one is just a single strand, but you can see this one is made of cotton rather than the lace. So it's a lace pattern, but it is made of cotton. This one could be used on a veil depending on the style you want. I would say this one is kind of more bohemian style, and it's not plain, but it is more of a subtle design. Okay, you have things like framing buttons and things like that. This one would be good for that. And if you like that style of the cotton, we also have the more elaborate style. So this one again could be used for a veil because it is very lightweight, but this one just has a little bit more to the pattern. Let me show you. So it's got these flowers on the bottom that you can see, and then a double layer of the lace kind of mesh. It's very pretty. Yeah, so with any of these really that I'm showing you, they could be doubled up. Let me show you an example. So if you didn't like these holes at the top, you could use this thinner one and kind of double it up at the top so it covers the holes and has more of a pattern. There's all sorts of options, honestly. If you take them home with you, you can have a look and see what works best. Okay, now I have a couple with pearls because I know you said you really wanted to incorporate pearls somehow to match your jewellery and things. So this one is pearls with slight silver accents. So it's on the ribbon, and then all of the pearls are on the edge of the ribbon. This one I would not recommend for a veil because it does get quite heavy and it'll end up dragging the veil down. It won't have the nice shape that you want. Can be used for nice trims and things, although I would say probably not on the bottom of your dress because it will make a sound. Unless you want to be heard at all times. You don't really want pearls dragging on the floor. So yeah, this one would be more of an accent ribbon for things like around your bouquet, perhaps at the bottom of your corset, at the back of your dress, where the bow will be. If you wanted to make the bow a little prettier, you can add a second ribbon. Let me show you. So say that you had a 2-inch ribbon for the big bow. So it's 1 inch all the way down, then a 2-inch ribbon at the bottom. If you didn't want just a plain ribbon, you could add this to the ribbon, add it to the bottom, middle, anywhere you like. Just adds a little something, a little focal point. So I really do like these pearly ribbons for that reason. Do you like that one? Okay. And one other that I have, which also features pearls, is this wonderful double layered ribbon. So it's kind of ruched, as you can see, and it has all of these beautiful pearls all over it. Yeah, this one again would be too heavy for a veil, but perfect again for accents on a ribbon like this. So you can see it's quite transparent, but you could put it over the top of another ribbon to make it look a bit more luxurious. This one's also perfect for things like cuffs or round your neck at the top. Let me just try it round your neck actually. I think it would look just lovely. Let me just see if you had a high neck dress with these little pearls around the top, and it's not itchy either. It's not going to irritate you like some materials would. I think that's so pretty. Yes. Now that you mentioned shoes, a friend of mine actually wore trainers, added pearls and things, and then added pretty ribbons and things as the laces. So keep that in mind if you wanted to do that, if you wanted to be comfortable. You're in this big beautiful dress, and if nobody can see your feet, the comfort is always the way to go. Okay, now I did want to show you these other two options for veils that I have, so let me just grab that. So this is the first one. So this is a kind of organza material that can be layered and built up on. So you can see that it's quite transparent, but as you build it up, it gets more and more opaque. Now, not only do we provide these two fabrics that I'm going to show you for veils and dresses and things, but they can also be used for table trims. Sometimes we do fabric on the ceiling. This one gets used a lot for that, so it'd be this kind of drapery where it just brings the whole room together. The ceiling is all beautiful. We put fairy lights and things up there. Yes, so it's really versatile. Okay. Yep, so I will cut you a smaller sample of that to take on. This is a bit of a big one. Okay. Then this one is the same idea. This one is the off-white one, but we do have the pure white one as well. So let me show you the pretty pattern. It's this gorgeous flower pattern. You can see the edges are the edges of the flowers, so that's how we would cut it. And it can be worn again as a veil, it can be part of the dress, or again, if you wanted it to be kind of part of the atmosphere of the wedding, this is perfect for little accents and things like that. Yeah, so let me just put it on your head just so you can feel how heavy it is. It's a little heavier than our usual veil material, so it depends if you want it to interfere with your hair and things. Obviously you can take it off after the ceremony, but you could have it like this, kind of bundled and put in like this if you had your hair up. If your hair's down, you can wear it as a total veil. Yeah, so let me just pop it on and you can feel how heavy it is, okay? So what do you think of that? A lot of people now don't actually go for the whole covering the face during the ceremony. It's just better for photos and things if you can see your whole face. So nowadays brides are usually showing everything rather than having it lifted up and things. Yeah, so it's lighter than you thought, right? Yeah. So these are just options that I thought I would show you. Okay. Now let's move on to the fabrics you wanted to look at. So you weren't quite sure about things like tablecloths, table runners, the ceiling drapes, curtains, things like that. So I have a few different options. We'll start off with these neutral tones. So this one is just a complete neutral. It's called Wootton Neutral. So it's just this cream colour. And you can see it's a nice weave. There's some light and dark elements to it. Depends if you want to be really out there, if you want kind of a key colour that's dotted around. So you could use this in another colour. Or if you just wanted to have that colour as the main one, this is Oatmeal Natural, and you can see it has a little bit of a pattern in it. Yeah, so it's not totally blank, it has a bit of a pattern, just something to catch the eye. Okay, yeah, all of these samples you can take away with you. I know you said you were thinking about either pink or green as the kind of accent colour. So these are the pinks that we have. It's again a very light pink, so nothing too crazy. This one is just a really light baby pink. This is chalk pink. It's a plain pattern, yeah. This one has this kind of zigzag pattern on it. Let me see what it's called. Chenille Blush Pink. So it is a little bit more pink than the last one. And it has a little bit more something to it. Now, these ones are definitely pink, so if you certainly wanted a pink, these are that. So this is rose pink, and it is just so pretty. I would use it sparingly because it is quite bold, but mixed with neutrals. Let me show you. It can look quite beautiful. Same with this one, which is mink. So it does have a pink element to it, but it's more on the neutral side. It's a little bit darker. It's a very soft fabric as well, this one. And then the greens, very popular at the moment, different greens, especially sage green, bringing the kind of natural element inside. So these are the greens that I have to show you. This one is a thick knit, and it is moss green. And then this next one, hedgerow green. So it's a little lighter than the last one, and it doesn't have as many elements. You can see this one has a lot of different shades, whereas this one is more kind of one tone. Then finally I have this paler one, which is just called pale hedgerow green. So that's a more subtle one. Yeah, this one is popular and this one is popular. Let me show you what the... So you could even mix it with something like this mink. Let me show you how wonderful they look. I also love that the smooth texture goes with the more coarse textures as well. It's just wonderful. Yeah, so mix and match really. You can play around with what you think looks good. Just see what suits you best and what's more your style. Yeah, so you can take all of these samples home with you and just have a think about those. Alright, final thing I wanted to show you is your bouquet. It's finally ready. You wanted the dry flowers, right? So you could keep it forever. We do provide the box frame for afterwards as well. So here is your bouquet. We've added the ferns, the different shades, the pampas grass, and then we have the little lamb's tail, and then the dark green leaves with the little accent leaves as well. What do you think? I think it's beautiful. It's unusual, it stands out, and if you wanted to go with the green accents on your fabrics, would pick this out beautifully. Yes, and because it's dry, you can keep it exactly as it was on your wedding day. There are some little flyaways that might come off, but if you just give it a little brush through before the ceremony, it should be fine. You can see all the different grasses and textures. They look just wonderful. We've tied it together with a little bit of rope, but as I said, you can add pearls and things as the ribbons, just to bring it all together like that. Maybe keep with the natural theme and go with the more bohemian cotton ribbons. Totally up to you. We can also provide you with some of these little plants to put in your hair. So if you wanted to bring that in to an updo, or maybe make it into a hairband of some sort, we can do that as well. I think it's just perfect, yeah. Okay, well, we'll pop that in a box for you, because that's ready to go with you now. And we've also done the matching buttonholes for the gentleman, and slightly smaller bouquets for the bridesmaids. Yes. Well, please go home, take your different samples back with you, let me know what you decide, and we'll get started on all of the preparations for your big day. Okay, thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you very soon.